Our cover story tonight is about a rogue nation that is a member of the world's most powerful military alliance, an alliance built to guard democratic values. I'm talking about Turkey and the NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization. If you surf the NATO website, you'd find this page. It describes the political and military purpose of the NATO. Let me quote, "The NATO promotes democratic values. Its purpose is to guarantee freedom and security of its members." Does Turkey fit these criteria? It doesn't. Under President Recep Tayyip Erdoğan, Turkey has descended into authoritarianism. He used a failed military coup in 2016 to tighten his grip on power. There was a massive purge. Within the military, the courts and the education system, journalists were jailed in Turkey, assets of political opponents seized by the state, and dissent crushed. Erdoğan has pushed Turkey into a new presidential system where he controls all levers of power. Now, with the country firmly in his grasp, Erdoğan forged new alliances with countries like Russia and China, two more authoritarian states. The result is this: Turkey is the biggest liability for NATO. It doesn't represent the values of NATO. It has befriended the adversaries of NATO. And all of this has made Turkey an unreliable partner. So why doesn't NATO dump Erdoğan's Turkey? That's our focus tonight on Gravitas. We'll tell you why Turkey no longer deserves to be part of such alliances. And for the sake of example, we are focusing on NATO. NATO, the North Atlantic Treaty Organization, has 30 members. It was created in 1949 in the aftermath of the Second World War. The purpose was to secure peace in Europe, especially against the Soviet Union. When the Soviet Union fell, the relevance of NATO came into question. Today, the NATO says its allies are committed to democracy, individual liberty, and the rule of law. Turkey joined this alliance in 1952 because there was a synergy of interests. Turkey did not want to fall under the Soviet influence, and its military made key contributions. But that is no longer the case. Today, Erdoğan is on a collision course with the same allies. It is fighting the allies of NATO too. Just look at what Turkey has been up to this year. In the month of January, Turkey violated a United Nations arms embargo in Libya. Turkish warships escorted a vessel suspected of smuggling weapons into Libya. By June, Turkey was locked in a direct face-off against Greece and France. Now, NATO's allies have sworn to protect each other. When one is in trouble, all members come to its rescue. But Turkey was ready to wage a war against Greece just to control oil and gas supplies. And now Turkey is fueling another conflict, the one in Nagorno-Karabakh. Turkey is arming Azerbaijan against Armenia. The NATO called for a ceasefire, but Turkey refuses to pay heed to such calls.
It is extremely important that we convey a very clear message to all parties involved that they should cease fighting immediately, that we should support all efforts to find a peaceful, negotiated solution, because there is no military solution to the situation in and around Nagorno-Karabakh. And this has been a very clear message from me ever since the fighting started, because it is dangerous for all those people involved, but it's of course also something which is of great concern for the whole region and for all NATO allies.
Turkey wants to dictate the terms. It says the NATO should first ask Armenia to withdraw.
İki ülkede NATO'nun ortakları.
Both countries are partners of NATO. Therefore, it is normal that NATO calls for a balanced ceasefire and a peaceful solution, but everyone, namely NATO, should call for the resolution of this problem under international laws, that is, UN resolutions and Azerbaijan's territorial integrity, Armenia immediately withdrawing from this region.
The conflict began 11 days ago, and it is getting closer to a full-scale war. Yesterday, we told you how Turkey is sending Syrian fighters to fight for Azerbaijan. Turkey has dug its heels. Its relationship with many NATO allies has frayed. So we come back to the question, why should Turkey remain in this military alliance? NATO has many reasons to expel Turkey. In 2019, Turkey bought the Russian S-400 missile defense system despite vehement objections of the United States and other NATO members. Why was the NATO concerned about this weapons deal? Because it is unlikely that Russian weaponry will integrate into NATO's air defenses. The fissures between Turkey and its allies are getting wider. NATO is an alliance that operates on consensus. All members must be on the same page. If Turkey remains at odds, it can stall any policy change, veto any military move, and undermine the policy of collective defense. In fact, it's already doing this. Turkey has blocked NATO partnerships with Israel, Armenia, Egypt, and the UAE. For the longest time, it blocked a plan for the defense of Poland and the Baltic nations, countries that share a border with Russia. Reports say Erdoğan relented only after considerable pressure from the US. And this is not just about NATO. Having Turkey on such a major military alliance poses a threat for everyone. Erdoğan is triggering conflicts and threatening peace. An alliance that vows to uphold democratic values and peace must hold its members accountable or dump them. Thank you for watching Gravitas on WION's YouTube channel. If you want to stay up to date with what's happening around the world, then subscribe to our channel and don't forget to like and share. Thank you very much for watching WION. World is One.